You stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which is one nation, God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all.
We have the roll, please.
Here.
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 Here. We have quorum to bring us questions, comments, and announcements of general nature. This is for individuals who want to raise something before the council. It doesn't have to do with our agenda. On forward, just state your name.
Art Berdatsky, former line president of Darien. My purpose is to introduce Florida Life Church, Adam Dowd.
Sorry, I just want to say thank you all for inviting me here, or for inviting me here today. I want to say that every Sunday in church, one of the prayers from our first floor was leading. So I pray that you be able to lead wisely and take care and work just all. Here to support you if there's like as pastor. What I'm called here to do. Thank you.
I want to thank you for joining us tonight. The pastor attended a Lions Club meeting the other night. I think his goal right now is to learn all about Darien and the residents of Darien so he could better serve his parishioners.
Yes,
so thank you for coming
exactly
tonight. Thank you. You're welcome to stay and listen to our meetings tonight. Anyone else?
Good evening. My name is Karen Padilla. We moved here 4 or 5 years ago. We live in 6701 Clarendon Hills Road, exactly in the corner. And the reason I'm coming here today is because I wish there's something we could do about, that intersection. So many accidents. My little girls witnessed so many, and some of them have been fatal. And I just don't want to come next time because, my daughters play in the driveway. And I don't want to be one of the wrong time, wrong situation, wrong moment. And I don't want nothing happening to them. I'm supposed to keep them safe, but how could I? Not even, my driveway is safe. Last week, a car just went through my whole front yard in my driveway. And my retaining walls were all destroyed. I mean, we just put concrete also there. And 2 years ago, another car went through my drive-through and it stopped on my neighbor's house. 3 years ago, somebody passed away. We couldn't even go inside the driveway. We had to wait outside 2-3 hours because of the investigation. So, I mean, I don't know if there's more. I mean, the other ones other accidents have not been any fatal or injuries. But I mean, how long is it going to be like? Every week or, rain, snow is basically a few accidents a week.
Have you talked to your Alderman Vaughn?
Yeah, we just spoke today, and she sent me some pictures of the accident that just recently happened, where she lives right on the corner of 67th and Clarendon Hills Road. They just put in a new driveway, and this is a not a minivan. This is a full-size van that drove right onto their lawn and into their retention area here. But this area has been pretty problematic for years. So I've been asking for a stop sign, at least a stop sign. I know we can't put a stop light. It's too expensive to do that. But I think whatever we can do to make this intersection safe, we need to do it. She mentioned another accident of her neighbor's house where I saw this accident where the car was right at the front door. If someone was coming out of that front door, they would have been killed instantly. So it's problematic. And she has 2 daughters, like she said, that plays in front of that yard outside. So I think we should revisit this. I know that we've done traffic study after traffic study over the years, but at some point we have to say, hey, let's just make this, and do the right.
Well, I'll tell you, in my 24 years in elective office, we have discussed 67th and Clarendon Hills Road over and over and over again, and we've tried a number of solutions to that. Recently, we expanded our section of 67th Street, the western side of that, to allow for a better turning angle to match the Willowbrook side. I think there's currently a stop sign that flashes that's on the north and south,
East-west,
east and west,
Mhm.
and it is north and south.
north-south is
No?
a flashing stop.
Okay.
I'm sorry, intersection.
Okay. So
Reduce, Mayor, I don't know.
Yeah.
How's it? Speed limit.
I mean, we really have tried a lot. My son, who is in his 40s, when he was young, he had a very good friend whose father was killed at that intersection at 67th and Clarendon Hills Road when he went through in another car and paid no attention. And so, I mean, there's a lot of history there. We could take a look at it again. I think Alderman Vaughn raises a good point. I just want you to know, I don't know if we're going to come up with the right answer for that.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't want to be that lucky person that.
Yeah, we did a
I have
traffic
two-
study one time looking even to put a traffic light there. And we were told that it would not be appropriate to put a traffic light there because then traffic would back up to
Correct.
Plainfield Road, would cause other issues. So we could visit it again. I don't know, Mr. Gombeck, is this something your municipal services committee could address or look at?
Well, I think, while the traffic study is still relatively new, the suggestion at the end of the day was, while the signal was not warranted, just signalize, put up stop signs. I know there was some negative response, engineer, if I recall correct, plus stacking of a stop sign would increase traffic for those residents on Clarendon Hills Road, especially during rush hours. So
Right.
that would become problematic with the residents there with stacking and trying to get out of drive. Again, I think the solution would be at this point, the studies that we've looked at would be a traffic signal and see if there's an opportunity for them to help sponsor that.
So we would look for an agreement with Mayor Trilla and
Correct. So from what I recall, I believe that signal was going to be close to $700,000. So you on it now? Again, by now, since we can't participate federally, there might be opportunities for better costs. Council wishes, good opportunities for our to get a relative quick quote for goal setting. Again, I'll leave.
One of the things with, with that intersection, we have done a number of things. But prior to the, I think, Dan, prior to the chief had done a review of the act, have that in. We need to update that. So staff together a couple days, update, because you have to look at that data. You don't know over there where you could have done whatever you wanted.
Correct.
We need to go back, look at anything that happened recent, so we can use that data to look at. Like, put all that together.
Yeah.
Staff could start looking at it again and update, at least update.
You are correct. I know many situations there was driver was impaired somehow. Again, I'm not sure what the case was this point. If there was impairment of any type, nothing would have prevented.
So if we have to look at everything, we have probably, yeah.
we have your name. You want to let Alderman Vaughn know? Okay.
Yeah, I have her phone number and
Okay.
pictures of the accident.
We'll
as
get
well.
back.
Is there a reason why it's not a four-way stop? I mean, you've got the stop signs on the east-west side, but why there isn't a stop sign on the north? I mean, is it because of the stack?
Correct.
Like I said,
figured
Mary.
it was, but you keep talking about traffic lights cost a lot of money. Stop
Yeah, I mean, a stop sign at the least. I mean, that would be. I know that stacking is a problem, but I think with cars that are flying down Clarendon Hills Road, going 60 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, I think it. I don't think residents would be upset with cars stacked. But we'll see, right? We'll see. So you know,
We could pull the data from those signs on Clear Hills Road, right, like 7th, in
Yes.
terms of speed and, okay,
All right.
Would it benefit to the stacking be people from the community find other ways of driving so they'd be avoiding that stretch, knowing that that stop sign is there?
Sure. Interior streets, that's become problematic. So, get more with high school.
Mm.
Okay, we'll look into it and staff will work on it and we'll see how we want to address it. Because Brian said we have to update our information. Okay? All right. Anything else? I want to remind all speakers that we're limited to 3 minutes.
Funny how you say that when I get up here. Just kidding. Anyways, Joe Mychuk, I think you guys remember me from a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to set aside what I wanted to talk about, guys. One moment. Guys, sit. Baby duck. What is that? Would have used those. Yeah, just a thought. I've seen other municipalities use because I think stop lights, stop signs, flashing, whatever. People, they're gonna speeding through. They're probably looking at their phone or not. They don't. The reason why I'm here is that I want to vote this 22 uh, garbage like contract. First of all, I want Alderman Listek, Penny, responding email sent to each one of you. Okay? You are the only 2 out of 7 aldermen. Take the time, courtesy, consideration, respond my email. That's people. Okay. The rest of you, I don't know what the residents are going to deal with. Anyways, now I probably shot myself on the foot. I request that the council does not vote on the garbage proposal until residents had more time to review the information. The information that you provided, the detail, has only been available for like 4 days. Okay? Provided that link on Darien Direct Connect News Thursday night. So we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. There's a lot of stuff there. People who don't know about all the details. We're busy, okay? At least give them time to view the information. Possibly provide some feedback. Can't be the only one that has some alternate ideas about garbage contract. Hopefully you guys aren't set in your ways, not list people. Give it time. I don't understand what the urgency is. They have to have. What if we were to give it like 2 more weeks? That'll give people time, residents time to view the information and provide feedback. Yep. Thank you very much for listening.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I've been on this council for going on 9 years, and I would bet you $1 to a donut. If we gave 2 more weeks, you'd be one of the only few still standing here. Seriously, we've been down this road before. I know the one thing about the city of Darien. The residents are more engaged than you're thinking, because if there was a really hot issue, and I've been in this room where every seat in this place is taken up, I think the residents are watching it, and I think if there was an issue with it, we would have known about it. But I appreciate your
Okay, well, thank you.
Joe, first of all, you made your first comment. Mr. Vanna has responded to several of your. You were in my office talking to the person who was in participant. Were invited to come in. So we've been open to listening, talk to you about various issues. And I know Brian has directly addressed it by email. That said, a lot of the information regarding this contract has been out there for weeks. And we've received feedback. Mr. Vanna takes it upon it himself to respond to questions that residents have had. Can you clarify this? What about stickers? I have all these stickers. What about being able to get a 35-gallon versus 95? This gentleman next has copied me on all the emails. Yes. And they are getting, and he got back. So it's not as if it's been Thursday till now. That information has been out long, over a month. So we're doing this because the more time we have to prepare for it, the better we can serve the people of the city. That's my reason. And your
I
3
agree with
minutes,
some of it, but
Joe,
what I will say is that
your 3 minutes.
I think that detailed information wasn't available. The detailed.
Thank you.
Council discuss the contract for that has put it into a form out clause, things like that we need to do, but actual contract take all service. Yep. But again, find every start all of
It takes us to approval of the minutes for October 18th, 2021. Do I have a motion to approve? Alderwoman Sullivan, seconded by Alderman Kenny. Any questions, comments? On the roll?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Minutes have been approved. Takes us to receiving of communications. Do any of the aldermen have communications for the council? Alderman Kenny.
Yeah, I did receive communication near Bella Road regarding the kids to go over tonight in his session, what the rules are. Kids riding these.
Anyone else? It takes us to the mayor's report, and I'm happy to say we are going to reinstitute our home holiday decorating committee. For those of you new to Darien, every year, their homes. Other residents would nominate those homes for best decorated. Go around, would visit all the nominated homes. They would select, I believe, 10. Some were honorable mention. First, second, third place, they received a monetary award. We arranged a bus ride where residents come in, have a hot chocolate, get on the bus. We would take them around, show them all 10 of those houses that are decorated. So tonight, we are reappointing Elizabeth Hayes. Elizabeth served on our committee before. We are asking for the advice and consent of her reappointment, as well as advice and consent for Tracy Thompson Johnson, Steve Wernicke, and Leslie. Leslie and Tracy will not be here. Steve is two of them. So this point, motion approved. I'm going to do all of them with one, Joanne. Reappointment of Elizabeth Hayes. New appointment of Steve Wernicke, Tracy Thompson for the home holiday decoration. By Alderman Belzak, second by Alderman Kenny. Any questions or comments? On the roll.
Aye.
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 Steve and Elizabeth, want to come forward? Oh.
And Mr. Mayor, while we have, I worked at Raleigh 2 years. There was confusion of how you nominate be on that shows. But you two take a look at that. Because there were a lot of houses that were extremely nice, that were well done, that weren't. So I think we're missing. So, because there was confusion that people didn't think they could nominate. So
Oh.
it had. So that most people didn't realize. Nobody on the bus. That's the trouble. We need to try to get out. Neighbors.
There are always a lot of homes that come on the trolley bus tour, leading the tour. That go past the house. I wasn't those nominated.
Right. Well, we had a lot of those.
But you know what? You can't judge a house receive a nomination.
That's correct. Yeah, but I think that might be well worth it if we really want to find the ones that are out there.
Let me ask you a question,
around.
Mayor. Well, Elizabeth, Steve, president.
They can nominate a house.
Yeah.
We're
But it is, but somehow we got to get the word out a little bit. A lot of people. Good. Yeah. Whatever you could.
We'll get the
appreciate it.
information, but I want to thank both of you, and I'm really happy, as Elizabeth said, that we're going to have this committee again. Feels like we're getting back to normal again. Yes. Thank you very much. I have one thing that's not on the agenda. Several weeks ago, most of you know, we had 3 young men who served as mayor for a day. Today, I received a card from one of those young men, and I'd like to read this because I think this is beautifully written. It says, "Dear Mayor Marquez and City Council members, I'd like to thank you all for bestowing upon me the amazing time the night of the meeting. I also sincerely like to acknowledge the enriching experience that you also kindly allowed me to have, especially my participation in the meeting. from the inspirational examples of leadership quickly found in all of passion, now. I thank you for all that you do. Darien truly is a great place. Signed, Floriano Garo, former mayor of Darien. Thought that was wonderful. And just to let you know, we are going to have another mayor for the day. Only this is not going to be an 11-year-old. This is going to be a 23-year-old young woman who bid on Mayor for the Day, Mr. Frank Villa's fundraiser. Worked for DuPage Mayors and Managers, and she thought it'd be really nice to be Suzette Quintel's boss for the day. Couple weeks we'll be having her sitting up. It'll be a little different than the 11-year-old. All right. With that, go to the city clerk's report. Joanne?
Week on
So we will have to make a decision how we're going to handle this. First time in 20-something years, we haven't had non-for-profit put in for the vehicle sticker. And for those of you who are unaware, we got rid of our regular vehicle sticker years ago that the city used to sell, and we allowed a non-for-profit to design it, our approval, and then to sell it and make the money. Their organization. We have never had a year come by where we had no one who put in for the vehicle lottery. So as a city council or staff, we're going to decide how we want to handle it. Want to have a sticker for 2020. That takes us to anything else, Joanne? City administrator?
No report.
Department head information question. Comment? The chief, I think the chief, you want to talk a little bit about this, Alderman Gustafson's.
Sure. Alderman Gustafson emailed me actually over the weekend and then responded to him regarding the operation of non-highway vehicles on streets, roads, and highways. It's very basic. It's illegal for a person to drive or operate a non-highway vehicle, off-road vehicle of some sort on any street, highway, or roadway anywhere. You can go on and look at all-terrain vehicles, golf carts, off-highway motorcycles, recreational vehicles, recreational off-highway vehicles. All those are not to be on public. If it happens, give us call the 911 and we'll handle it. Or if we know who owns those, we can be a little bit more proactive. We'll make.
That'll be helpful. 'Cause
Absolutely.
right now, that a lot of times I'll get phone calls. I'll go over there and check. Of course, it's gone by that. So if people can, if you see it, call 911.
Exactly.
Any questions for the chief or for Mr. Combeck? Alderman Klisdak?
Quick question. You mentioned off highway, and I've seen residents get arrested for off highway, but we also have equipment, this service equipment as well. So how you define off highway? You might have a tractor loader backhoe to the area going water issue. I noticed a couple months ago a gentleman got pulled over with a piece of equipment. I think went to the gas station. So I guess how do you discern which is okay, which sort of general off highways?
It's all by statute, so there's exceptions for purposes of conducting farm operations, exceptions for municipal vehicles, there's exceptions for even off-road vehicles can be on the road as long as they cross at a 90-degree.
Anything else? Takes us to our treasurer's report. Treasurer Corrin.
Thank you, Mayor. Evening, one item, requesting approval of warrant number 212213 in the amount of $295,684.61 funds. Payroll for the period ended October 21st in the amount of $257,840 for a total to be approved of $555.
Motion to approve. Alderwoman Sullivan, Belzak. Any questions, comments, Treasurer? None, the roll.
Aye.
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 Warrant's been approved. Standing committee report. Any of the aldermen have anything to share with the
Thank you, Mayor. I want to thank everybody who attended the economic development workshops that city held and staff put together on October 23rd. Special thank you to Brian Gay, who facilitated that, who's the member of Planning Zoning and the chair of the Economic Development Committee, and also Jordan Yankee, city planner, who coordinated that with them. We had some amazing dialogue and some really great ideas come out of that. The next Economic Development Committee meeting is this Thursday, November 4th at 7 p.m. in council chambers. The Admin Finance Committee met tonight upstairs prior to the council meeting, and our next meeting is Monday, December 6th at 6 p.m. in the conference room.
Alderman Belzak.
Yes, the next Municipal Service Committee meeting will be for the 22nd.
Thank you. Alderman Kenny.
And the next police committee meeting will be on Monday, November 15th, p.m. across.
Michael.
Police Pension Fund will be having their quarterly review this Thursday, November 4th at 7 o'clock. Training room. Flat quarter.
Michael, maybe mention when the police pension fund money will all be down.
Yeah, law requires that to be all consolidated, all quote downstate pension, all pension funds of the city of Chicago by 30th year. There are two separate funds created, one by the firefighters union, firefighters, and firefighters move quicker than the police, so they're being moved by January 1st, all in downstate, required by 30th, definitely by 30th of next year. They'll accelerate that a little bit quickly. They do have their group established, trustees in every place. That's pretty good. What I see on the firefight, that's a bit more aggressive. They're limits us 65 before we finally do research. Started 50. We finally got 60 to 70. Hedge funds. Or do with June 30th. That part, the meet will funds will stay with us. We'll still have our obligation covering our own.
Thanks.
Mayor, I go back with one thing, Chief. When people call into 911, can they go unnamed? So when your police officers go over there and deal with the situation. They don't have to give the name of who called 911 today.
We do not give the name, and they can call in anonymously, and the telecom operator at UCOM will still dispatch.
Very good.
All right, that takes us to questions, comments, agenda related. Need Alderman with the audience have any questions? Or anything? Mr. Mezak, you did speak once already. Takes us to old business. Being no old business, take consent agenda, each of these items. Consideration of motion to approve a resolution to enter into an engineering agreement with Christopher T. Burke Engineering Limited for the 2022 street maintenance program, contract bid booklet, and an amount not to exceed $34,680. Item B, consideration of motion to approve a resolution to enter into an engineering agreement with Christopher Burke Engineering Limited for pavement corings, proposed 2022 street maintenance program in an amount not to exceed $10,400. Item C, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution approving a proposal extension with Vulcan Construction Materials for the purchase and delivery of stone for public projects for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item D, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution approving a proposed extension of Vulcan Construction Materials purchase stone public works project at the proposed unit prices period of 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item E, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution approving a proposal extension with Chicagoland Paving Contractors Incorporated for removal and replacement of bituminous aprons and road patches at the proposed unit pricing as required public works project for a period of May 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Item F, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution approving a proposal extension with J.C. Landscape at the proposed schedule of prices for rear yard drainage program for a period of May 1st, 2022. Item G, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting storm sewer easement from the following property: 609 Chippewa Lane, 0927403 -0. Item 8, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution approving a proposal extension with XP provide trucking services relating to hauling waste generated from excavations for a period of May 1st, 2022 to April 30th, 2023. Item I, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of the de-icing, anti-icing chemical product known as Thermopoint from Industrial Systems Limited in an amount not to exceed $10,500, approximately 9,000 gallons times $1.40. Item J, motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of the icing chemical product from Harmony de-icing amount to exceed $4,500. Again, 4,500 times. Motion to approve. Alderman Gustafson, second by Alderman Shower. Alderman Gustafson.
Aye.
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 Consent agenda has been approved. Takes us to new business. We have one item under new business. Item A, resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute a contract between the city of Darien and Lakeshore Recycling Systems LLC to provide residential refuse hauling for a 5-year term commencing on April 1st, 2022. 2026. Motion to approve. Alderman Belsack, seconded by Alderman Shower, and
Thank you, Mayor. I did receive a piece of communication that I forgot to mention earlier. So As the gentleman mentioned, you get people for it and people against it. Most of the communication I have received have been for it. And this resident sums it up pretty good, so I want to take a quick second to read it. Good afternoon, Tom. I am your neighbor down Chippewa Lane. I understand there may be a vote tomorrow for a new garbage proposal that is starting next spring. I want to advise you that my husband and I are in favor of the new LRS proposal program. As I understand it, seniors would have a discounted monthly rate for a smaller wheeled garbage cart and would also include a lidded cart for recycled, which will help garbage on pickup day since a lot of recycling gets blown around our neighborhood. I like the idea of a wheeled recycle bin since we tend to recycle quite a bit and it's getting harder for me to carry our recycle bin driveway on pickup day. It will also be nice to have one bulk item included every week and a fee. I can start cleaning out my basement. Sorry for my adult kids. We're no longer keeping your crap that you'll never take out of your homes that we will never be saving for you all these years. Haha. Please help this program pass as it will help all residents keep our community clean at a lower cost. Akani Dubek.
Anything else?
I think people really need to understand the benefit of this, the unlimited use of trash, the bulk. We're going to have electronic, and you can still recycle like you did before. Really don't sit down in the yard waste. Just this week doing lawn cleanup around my house, we filled up 4 bags of yard waste. We're going to buy 6 or we. So, although it may seem like, you know, $21 a month is a lot, when you think about, and I've had how many spring cleanup, fall cleanup, how many yard waste purchase, not going to be different.
Alderman Gus.
You know, there's some things that, you know, people don't really realize how this benefit, especially free yard waste pickup. Harped on this before, is, you know, people dumping, you know, yard waste bags over at the AMVET's collection site near the Walmart. So they have a real issue that's continuing to go on. So this should help eliminate. Plus, down Manning Road, I mean, you'll also see yard waste and stuff dumped off onto the side of the road. So hopefully with the yard pickup, it will help. And the thing I love most about this contract, senior citizen discount. Being a senior citizen myself, and then, for example, prime example is a neighbor of mine who's over 70 years old, puts out 5 to 6 bags of yard waste every week. Okay, he's going to be dramatically, positively impacted by this. And he said this is the first time he can remember that the city did something to save him money. So I you benefit out seniors, and we don't do enough for seniors in the country. And I think this is a great thing that.
Harry?
Just going back, since we did have an opportunity to meet with some of the LRS representatives at our admin finance committee, and this is something we've been talking about for some time because we did at council review some of the RFP items and provide feedback to city staff as they negotiated the contract. I was pleased as I read through the entire contract this weekend to see many of the items on there that had not originally been on there, like the option for non-seniors to request a smaller cart if they have space issues, vacation hold, snowbirds who go out of town for a couple months at a time, have that they're not going to be charged while they're away. There's obviously not going to be any cart put out. And then the addition of the kitchen trash, scrap composting. Prior to the new proposal even being discussed, I had received emails from some residents and friends in Darien overall when Westmont started to promote their composting months ago. And so it's nice to see that that will be an option for our residents as well. And there was even discussion earlier tonight about small containers that could be either given or purchased by LRS to be put into your home to gather things. So I really feel like we had gotten some messages earlier on about this actually larger cans and everyone having a cart, encouraging people to be more wasteful. I really don't believe that that's the case. I think if anything, encourage people to be more thoughtful and separate their recyclables. They're going to have a whole educational program about recyclables. And really utilize that. And I know my area is usually riddled. We get just a lot of high winds over Ward 5 with debris on recycle days. So I can't wait to not pick up as I walk my dog in the morning on garbage day, bringing a garbage bag to pick up all the recycling.
Anybody else? I'll make that.
Ditto.
Ditto. I'll have what she's having.
Anyone else?
Comment for residents. After the vote tonight, we'll part LRS, up with our program with the initial notices and put out, or we'll put out. But I just don't want residents to start. Did this on purpose, start a bit early, that go in a garbage transition. You want to do it right, it's more difficult. So we look forward to that. And residents watch LRS, great company.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you to Katie Neary and George Strum. They've been with us since we first sat down and discussed LRS's. I got to tell you, Katie, I've got an environmental committee that wants to come and see your recycling. And they're most anxious to do that because I've told them that you have a state-of-the-art recycling center. And I agree with everything that's been said. I think this is actually going to encourage recycling, because rather than having a little blue bin, you're going to have a cart with wheels and a lid on it and push down to the street. And I just think there's so many positives with this, that the citizens, residents, when we get into this and we make the transition, they're going to really appreciate all the work staff that he put in to bring this proposal forward. I want to thank the two of you because you've been the most visible in terms of working with us, and I know that relationship will continue. Appreciate it. Anything else? If none, the roll.
Aye.
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 7 ayes has been approved. Again, we look forward to working with you. Sure, Brian will be in contact with you about the next several steps. I don't believe when we talked, Katie, I think we talked about working together to put that educational brochure together. We're not really going to get that out probably till what, January? Okay. Do you have anything you want to say? You can take the mask on it.
Good evening. I have really enjoyed meeting everyone. To say, I work with a lot of, and by far, I don't know if the Darien residents realize how great it is that, in fact, you are going out this early for bid. It was very important and critical to a transition. It's going to be very smooth, and I just want to encourage all the residents that very great program coming, but we do need a little time to prepare. So, just give us at least a month, and we'll get the word out, and everything's going to go very smooth. Thank you all. Thank you for your trust in us. I promise you will not.
Thank you very much.
I did one more point I did think of after Katie was talking. Any residents that are left with stickers from the current program will be able to refund those at City Hall. And I received a few of those questions. So any unused sticker, there's I believe 30 or 60 days after the current contract ends, and we'll put that out in the information. But for anybody watching, we'll get a refund for stickers.
Thank you. It takes us to questions, comments, and announcement of a general nature. Does anyone have anything they want to share with the council? Mary.
Just another plug for Hinsdale South High School that they will be presenting Rent School Edition November 11th through the 14th. Showtimes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are 7 p.m. and on Sunday it's a 2 p.m. matinee. Because of the current mitigations only allowing them to fill the auditorium at 50%, they typically sell the majority of their tickets an hour before showtime, but people can come to the high school on Monday, November 8th and Tuesday, November 9th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. At the gym doors, which is doors number 8. to purchase tickets. They are $15 for adults and $10 for students, and it's cash or check only. But it's going to be a phenomenal show, and with a professional set and some very hardworking students and directors putting it on, and just live theater is a great thing. And Hinsdale South is renowned for their drama program. So, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out.
Thank you, Mary. I just want to remind everyone that before we have our next council meeting, 11/11/21 is Veterans Day. At 11 o'clock, we have a ceremony at the Darien Community Park. It's a beautiful ceremony. If you've never attended, I urge you to get out. This year, there'll be a gentleman there who is 100 years old. He's a veteran of World War II who entered the military at age 16 to fight for our country in World War II. And we'll be honoring him that day. So please put 11/11/21 at 11 o'clock at the Darien Community Park on your calendar. The other thing I'd like to mention is I'd like to thank the Darien Lions Club for their Halloween party yesterday. They had close to 600 children at the Sportsplex, and I think those kids all had a great time. There were a lot of happy faces that walked out of the Sportsplex yesterday. So kudos to the Darien Lions Club for what they did yesterday. And that's all I have. Anyone else? If nothing else, motion to adjourn. So moved by Joe Kenny, seconded by Ted Schauer. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Meeting is adjourned 8:21.